What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and we continue looking at our series of the top 3 trade candidates across each position. Today we look at the case of first base. Now, to me, this is a very interesting position and arguably the most stacked position in this trade block. But before we get into it, make sure if you haven't already done so, you smash that subscribe button, as it does a huge service for us and allowing us to continue growing this community. Tell all of your baseball friends that this is the channel to watch in 2022. Let's get into it. As we look at the first player on my list, this former All-Star could actually help a contending team, and it is that of Carlos Santana. I think that with his on-base ability, this is a player who can help transform a lineup. Going into a hitter-friendly ballpark instead of the expansive Kauffman Field that is in Kansas City for the Royals could make Santana a very valuable asset for a contending team. I also think that with his ability and his approach at the plate, that could also filter down into some of the younger players. So if you have a contending team that has some younger players in their lineup, a player like Santana could absolutely help them improve their game exponentially. His ability and his eye at the plate, to me, is one of the best in the game still at this level. And yes, we've seen his numbers go down over the last couple of seasons. I think partially indicative of playing on a team that does not have a lot of protection around him, but as well as playing in a bigger ballpark. Santana has the power to be able to hit some home runs, but this is going to be a guy whose biggest asset is getting on base. If you add him to a contending team, this could be a very valuable trade asset going into the deadline. Now, next up on my list is the Baltimore Orioles first baseman outfielder Trey Mancini. I think Mancini heading to a contending team with his versatility and his ability, this could be a very good player to add to a team that is looking to contend. I could see a team like Tampa Bay really trying to go after a guy like Trey Mancini, but there's no denying that his versatility could help play for any team, not just a team that looks to mix and match the way that Tampa Bay does. I also think that with his bat ability at the plate, this is a player who could elevate a team to another level. Looking at what he's been able to do in Baltimore with no protection around him is absolutely astonishing. And especially when you factor in he was coming off of a major illness in the shortened 2020 season, this rebound, this comeback season of 2021 was very impressive. Played 147 games for the Baltimore Orioles and ended up with a OPS plus, according to Baseball Reference, of 104. This is a player who has even more potential as he continues to get further away from that cancer. To me, acquiring a guy like Trey Mancini could cost a little bit more than some people are willing to consider, but this is going to be a guy who will absolutely return on that investment. Now, the number 1 trade candidate on my list for the first base market is Matt Olsen. There's no denying it. There's no question about it. Matt Olsen is going to be the highest valued commodity on the trade market. He may even be dealt before the beginning of the regular season. But there's no doubt about it. If the Oakland A's are looking to rebuild, which by all intents and purposes, they've already signaled that, moving Matt Olsen now is going to be the biggest thing that they need to do going into the 2022 campaign. The longer that you give another team his services, the more you can ask for back. The faster you can get back to finishing off another rebuild. Matt Olsen is heading into his age 28 season and will not be a free agent until 2024. This makes him a highly valued commodity as being a younger first baseman who's a Gold Glove caliber first baseman who can also hit you a plethora of home runs. But not only that, looking back at his slash line from the 2021 campaign, Olsen slashed 271, 371, 540. This is an incredible slash line heading into a potential trade. This could make a return for this player to the Oakland A's a very big haul. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. Who's the most likely trade candidate in the first base market? If you disagree with my list and think that there's somebody better, let me know that in the comments and we'll discuss it further. As always, keep it locked in here to the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting that subscribe button down below, as it does a huge service for us in growing this community. We're looking to continue adding to this baseball family each and every single day, so make sure you tell all of your baseball friends that this is the channel to watch. Keep it locked in as I continue bringing you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.